This is the Part 2 review for Test 5, and in this review we are going to look at a few more problems, maybe 2 more problems. The first is graph y equals -3 and define what the slope is. So let's look at where y equals -3 in this graph, and we'll draw a dot there. If I put the draw on there. So the dot is at y equals -3. Y is also -3 everywhere else on this line, and so we can draw a line everywhere that y equals -3, and that is the graph of the line. Remember, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. Okay, what is the slope? To look at the slope for a horizontal or vertical line, think of a roof of a house where there is an incline or a slope to the roof. If your house has a flat roof, it has no incline, so the slope equals 0, which is the case in this line. Now think about if you had a house and instead of a regular roof like that, you had a vertical roof that just stood straight up. Well, that makes no sense. It would have no use. So that's how you can remember that in this case, a vertical line, the slope is undefined. But in this case, where we have a horizontal line at y equals -3, the slope is 0. Number 9 says, you have a function f of x equals -3 minus 3x. Now remember, when you're dealing with functions, you can rewrite it as y equals -3 minus 3x. And I'm not going to bother to put that in y equals mx plus b format, because what you are looking for are the x and y intercepts. The y-intercept occurs when x is 0, and the x-intercept occurs when y is 0. So the way you find the y-intercept, let me write that down, is that you make x 0, and y equals -3, and 3x is already 0 because x equals 0. So we put y equals -3. Now to find the x-intercept, we make y 0, and so when we have 0 equals -3 minus 3x. Let's add 3x to both sides, and we get 3x equals -3, and then divide by 3, and we find that x equals -1. And so there is our x-intercept. So we plot those points on our graph, and we can use the same graph that we had before. I just erased what we had on it before. So let's go to x equals 0, y equals -3. Here's that point. And then we'll go, I'll do it in red. Here's that point. And then we go y equals, x equals -1 and y equals 0, and that point is right there. And then we can draw a line through that, which you'll be able to do, you'll be able to do a better job of on the computer. But there we have a line, and we have just found the x and y intercepts and graphed it. That is the end of the review of most commonly missed problems on Test 5.